This video was sponsored by Minky Blue. Work and travel organized. Good morning from Dallas. This is finally that mother-daughter Costa Rica trip I've been talking about. Say hi to my mom. So we are currently at the DFW airport. This is my home base. We are going to go to the Capital One Lounge. This is a new line of lounges for Capital One members only. And the DFW Lounge is the first one that they've built. So I'm going to take you in there and show you around, and then we will get on our flight. Now, this video is not sponsored by Capital One or anything. It's just I live in Dallas and we got the very first Capital One lounge, so I'm really excited to show it to you. This new lounge by Capital One is modern and airy, and I love the decor, like you're just relaxing at home. It gives me a great space to grab a little bite to eat, a free drink, and work on the go with high-speed Wi-Fi. It also has several dining stations, a coffee bar, relaxation rooms, luggage lockers, a cycling and yoga room. It's got shower suites, a private parenting room, and a prayer or meditation room. One of my favorite things about this lounge that makes it special is the option for grab-and-go food. Most lounges have a choice of small bites to order and eat while you're there, but I don't often see the option for pre-made meals and drinks to take with you on your flight. I really hope more lounges start to incorporate this option in the future. We get unlimited free access to this lounge with our Venture X card by Capital One, and we also get to bring in 2 free guests. Venture and Spark Miles card holders also have access to 2 free visits per year, and then additional visits are going to be $45 per visit. And if you want to bring a guest in with those cards, it's also $45 per guest. Capital One currently has 2 more lounges coming later in 2023, one in Denver and one in Dulles. We landed in Costa Rica in a storm. That's fine. Now they won't let us off the plane though, because they said that there's lightning strikes in the area, and I guess the ground crew can't work while there's lightning strikes for safety, which I totally understand. But that means they can't put the jetway up here because the ground crew need to put stuff behind the wheels first. So thing is, it's supposed to storm for us tonight. I don't really know what they're gonna do about that if it keeps lightning for hours. I'll keep you updated. Okay, it's been about half an hour, and now the captain's come back on and said it maybe another 20 minutes or half hour. What he said was that every time they see a lightning strike, they start a timer, and they have a certain amount of time, whatever that is. Let's say it's 3 to 5 minutes, I don't know, but the timer has to run out and them not have another lightning strike before they'll start getting the ground crew back out here and stuff. But the thing is, if it keeps lightning for hours because it's supposed to storm all night, I just don't know how long we're going to be here. So, yep, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so it's been about 20 more minutes. We're getting some thumbs ups out here, but the problem is, per the captain, we're in the wrong line. So now they have to get us all back down in our seats, and I guess we have to taxi somewhere else. I don't know. Here's another big problem. Mom and I have a pickup that's supposed to be picking us up in 25 minutes, a ride to take us to the hotel. Now I've got to try to figure out how to get in touch with them to let them know, like, hey, we've been sitting out here for an hour. Please wait and don't leave us. Thanks. Well, after about an hour of sitting on the plane, we finally were released, got through customs, got our bags, and got outside. And y'all, I've never seen a line so long of people holding signs to pick other people up. But we finally found our Trova trip guide, Catalina, and our driver, Carlos, who took us to the Country Inn Radisson Suites in San Jose, Costa Rica. This place was really nice and quaint and instantly had the feel of the jungle with birds chirping in the distance. So this is our room at the Radisson Country Inn Suite. You follow it. Let's do that again. You're going to kind of follow me in. I didn't give you that direction. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so this is our room here at the Radisson Country Inn Suites. We got the 2-bedroom queen. We did have to climb 2 flights of stairs to get up here, so keep that in mind, especially if you have issues with mobility, but we do have lots of space, TV, coffee maker. We do have a little refrigerator here, and it's got a little freezer pocket in it if you need that. Dining room table to eat your meals. It's a quaint little bathroom. You have your sink, a couple of glasses here, a mirror, a few little toiletries in case you forgot yours, and then like I said, just a plain shower curtain, nothing fancy. It gets the job done. Also in your room, you have an iron and ironing board, a hair dryer, some hangers, a luggage rack, which I love and find very, very handy, and then a safe. We ended the evening with a lovely welcome dinner so our entire tour group could get together and meet each other, meet our tour host, Catalina, and our lovely driver, Carlos. Okay, we've made it back to the hotel. We have got a very big day tomorrow. 3 major things that we're doing. We're going to be going to an organic farm. We're also going to be hiking around a volcano. And then to end the day, we're going to be going to some natural hot springs. We've got a very early morning, about 6 a.m. So we're gonna go to sleep, and then I'll see you in the morning. Now, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you'll know I've spoken about Minky Blue for almost 2 years, and it's because I love the quality and detail they put into their travel bags. I'm currently traveling through Costa Rica with my favorite travel bag by Minky Blue, the Niche backpack, in this beautiful and perfect for summer coral pink colorway. When I travel for work, I carry a ton of gear, and these bags have all the compartments I need to stay organized. Whether I'm replying to emails at the airport or looking for sloths in the jungles of Costa Rica, this bag has me covered and looking stylish. Outside, you have gorgeous vegan leather and gold-plated hardware with protective feet. Inside, you'll find a beautiful blue twill inner lining with a padded protective sleeve for your 15-inch laptop. You've also got several inner pockets to stay organized, 2 expandable side pockets, and the best part, the inner panel converts the bag into upper and lower compartments, or take it down and have one larger compartment. This gives me the option to travel my way. So that's why I've teamed up with Minky Blue to sponsor this video, because I want to be able to offer a special discount code just for Go Travel with Stacy viewers. When you click the link in the description of this video, you'll be taken to the Minky Blue website. Enter promo code GoTravelStacy to get 10% off your purchase. I'm giving one of these beautiful bags away, so stay tuned to the end of the video to learn how you can win one for yourself. Thank you so much to Minky Blue for helping me continue my travel adventures. Now let's get back to the video. Good morning. We are getting ourselves into the mountains here of Costa Rica. We're headed up to Fortuna. That's kind of our end stop for the night. We are on our way to an organic farm. As I said yesterday, I think they are going to have us, look at this view. This is stupid. Just look at this gorgeous view. They are going to have us, I don't know, maybe work on the farm. We're going to make our lunch before we hike around the Arenal Volcano. And then after that, we're going to hit up some hot springs. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you this gorgeous view. Now, our tour guide just told us that this is part of kind of a more of a cloud coverage area, and you'll see that more in the afternoon. The clouds will come in and it'll be more like a mist. But she said this is part of the Central Valley mountain range system, and we're going to be headed up towards the Arenal Volcano, which would be more of the northern part of the mountain range system. She said actually out in here they are growing more ornamental grasses and trees. And then as we get more closer to the volcano or up north, you'll start seeing more cattle grazing and things like that. Our first excursion on this tour is a lovely organic farm called Finca Los Herrera. Hopefully they're going to put us to work and teach us how they grow stuff on their farm. And even better, I was told there's lots of snacks. So out here on the farm, they grow all kinds of fruits. They have fish. I think at one point they were doing dairy, but they cut us a coconut open, which to be honest, I've never had a coconut just straight up opened for me. And she was talking about how they grow and that eventually all of this flesh, that white part on the middle, all of that flesh will harden and it will create a seed, and then another coconut plant or tree will grow out of this one if you leave it alone. But yeah, it's absolutely delicious. That's fresh. That's really, really good.
So these are coffee beans, right, that have been roasted. So we need volunteers. Voluntarios. $1 per dollar.
All right, Mom. Okay, so we ground up our own corn, we ground up our own coffee beans, we ended up cooking the tortillas that we made, and then they gave us some homemade cheese that is delicious and some marmalade on top. So that's what we made with our plantain leaves. That's really good. I didn't know about the marmalade on top because I'm not usually like a sweet person, but with the kind of saltiness of the cheese and the texture of the tortilla, it's perfect. This is like a perfect snack. After our cooking class, we got a guided tour of part of this farm. They grow all kinds of vegetables and fruits, as well as some ornamental plants. We tried starfruit for the first time, which was delicious. They fed us pineapple, as well as some stuff I'd never heard of before. Tastes like wine. This tastes like a glass of wine. And then came the point in the tour where Mom ate termites. I'm not kidding, she ate termites. So this fruit, I guess, she said they call guava, which is not what we Americans think of as guava. But the owner of the farm got up there with his son, got one of these down, and you twist it to crack it open. And inside are these like weird, slimy, fuzzy fruits or whatever. Well, the seeds, and they're covered in the, I'm just gonna call it fruit. Okay, so I'm probably gonna butcher these facts, but she was talking about this frog and they call it a poison dart frog. The little frog is probably not any bigger than like an inch. It's so teeny tiny. The frog has poison that it sweats out of its body. And the indigenous people here used to very delicately get the sweat off the frogs, and then they would lace their darts in it. That way when they went hunting, they would shoot it at an animal. Of course, the poison would kill it. I love taking tours where you learn a lot. In Costa Rica, you can see all kinds of animals just on the side of the road, or like here in this farm, we saw iguanas, toucans, and our very first sloth. I think one of the coolest parts about this farm is that they try to keep the natural ecosystem the way Mother Nature intended. So they don't let anything go to waste. They do designate a portion of the farm just to let it be. They don't do any agriculture on it or live on it. It's just giving back to nature and protecting that land. And then on top of that, anytime they have these tours, they try to consciously use things that they've made, things that they've grown, and they give any extra portions back to the earth. So, you know, they're taking the orange peels and making them into like a natural compost. That way they can grow more vegetables and provide more agriculture. Sugar cane. So they took sugar cane, ran it through this little mill over here, and it produced liquid sugar, which is crazy. It is sweet, but honestly, it's not any sweeter than a fruit. Like pineapple's really sweet, and I'm sorry. Is it still recording? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Mom dropped the camera. It's really sweet. I think if you can handle a pineapple, you can handle this. It's not as sweet as you would think it is because it doesn't taste like refined sugar that we get in the United States. This is amazing. Okay, Mom, what were you telling me, the story about Pawpaw?
Well, it brings back memories for me because when I was a little girl, someone in the area grew sugar cane, and so we would get in the car and Daddy would go down there and get us some stalks and cut them and just let us suck the juices out of them.
Yeah.
So haven't seen or done that in a long time.
Does this taste the same?
Exactly.
You know, I've only been in Costa Rica a few days and already I'm in love with this place. The people are so friendly. They just want to tell you about their culture. I mean, we have volcanoes, excellent food. I cannot wait to come back here. And if you would like to travel here with me on a group trip to Costa Rica, I'm gonna put a survey down in the description of this video. Go fill it out. And when I get a group trip together, we're gonna come here to Costa Rica and we're gonna have the most amazing trip of your life. After a fun day at the farm, we said goodbye to our Finca Los Herreras hosts and set out to hike the Arenal Volcano. At 5,437 feet, the Arenal Volcano is the most active volcano in Costa Rica for the last 5 decades. Locals used to think it was an inactive volcano until it erupted in 1968. This explosion buried 3 villages and killed 87 people. The volcano remained active from this date until 2010, but scientists say she is very much still alive and could erupt at any time. Okay, so we are here at the Arenal Volcano hike. I think we're gonna go down some trails, but one of the other guides just came out and said that they saw a viper, and our tour guide Kat said that they could be very camouflaged. So I'm very nervous about that. And I can't wait to start this hike because gosh, it just feels so good outside. So we are going to be taking the yellow trail today. It's a little over 3,000 meters long, just makes a big loop, and she said it should take us about an hour and a half. So Kat was telling us where we're at right now doing this hike is a private development, and what they're trying to do is kind of create a natural park at the base of the volcano, and we are on the side where they had the 1968 explosion. But they're trying to do it in a way where they, yes, are clearing out some trees so that we can make these trails, but they're giving back to the land by planting other trees in locations. They're building ponds and lagoons, and they're also building some homes for the birds and the wildlife up in the trees, because a lot of times what happens is you clear out these spots and the animals have nowhere to go. So they're trying to give them some natural habitats and rebuild that. Technically, we're here in March, about mid-March. This is the dry season. Even though it's rained on us on and off since we've been here, she said the difference between the rainy season and dry season is that right now, the earth that we're walking on is pretty damp, but in the rainy season, it would be just outright muddy. So consider that when you're coming as far as your footwear and what you wear. I would definitely bring something for rain, an umbrella, a hat, some really good like hiking shoes or boots that have some grip that will protect your feet if they get wet or muddy. We made it to the viewing area. We do have a storm coming in, so we can't dilly-dally, but it's so pretty up here. After we got to the viewing point, the bottom let out of the sky. It was absolutely pouring, and this is the part where Mom and I realized we did not pack appropriately for Costa Rica. My next video coming up is going to be everything you need to pack for your trip to Costa Rica so that you don't make the same mistakes we did. I'm going to put a link to that on the screen, and there's going to be a link down in the video description as well. Now, my backpack is not waterproof, but I was very surprised that even after the downpour, everything inside stayed remarkably dry. And I want to give one of these beautiful Niche backpacks away to a lucky viewer. I'm using Google Forms for this giveaway because giveaways in the past, I've had a really hard time actually being able to contact the winner. And I want to make sure that if you win, you get this beautiful bag. I have an entry link in my video description and in the pinned comment. Click that link, enter your name and email in the form, and then come back to the video and leave a comment to let me know that you entered.
There are 6 videos in this Costa Rica series, so that is 6 chances for you to enter to win. Be sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss the winner announcement on June 25th.
Okay, I can't have a microphone because it is still pouring out here. I don't even know if you can hear me, but we made it off the volcano. Now we are going to some natural hot springs, hopefully to warm up because we did cool down in this rain, and just relax and maybe have a drink.
At the base of the volcano is a place called Paradise Hot Springs. When you check in, they give you a wristband, a lock for your locker, and a towel. Now you can get into the hot springs like a day pass, but this is technically a hotel. And even in the rain, this place had a ton of people and the bar was hopping. And I was told that the pools themselves are man-made, but the thermal water is natural geothermal water that comes out of the ground in this area. And they do recirculate it daily. This hot spring has, I don't even remember how many different pools of water of varying temperatures. They also have these secluded areas in the back like a hot tub or maybe like a lazy river. So there's lots of different spaces that you can go to, especially if you just want some quiet time. After a long hike and hot soak, we had a lovely dinner and listened to some music. It's time to get some good sleep because tomorrow we'll be venturing down to La Fortuna waterfall for a trek of over 500 steps down into the base of the waterfall, and that means over 500 steps back up. Then we search for crocodiles on our way down to the Costa Rican beach town of Jaco. It's going to be such a fun day and I can't wait to show that to you.
Y'all, when packing for this trip, we thought we had everything so right, but we had everything, well, mostly everything so wrong. I do not want you to make the same mistakes that we did as far as what to pack for your trip to Costa Rica. So I've made a video for you so that you won't forget the essentials. Click over into this video and I'll see you over there.